Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. This is Miss J's voice you're listening to. You're welcome again. Today we're gonna be making an aubergine sauce today, and this is our ingredients in the display. And the main ingredients is the aubergine itself, which is this. Some people call it elephant plant, some people call it garden egg, so whichever name you like to call it. It's a very healthy plant, and then it's full of fiber and nutrients that you need. And here we got the garlic. I'm going to be using 2 cloves of that garlic. I've got my Maggi right there, and I've got 2 onions I'll be using, and this is goat meat, and this goat meat is actually optional. You can use frozen fish or fresh fish, whichever that you prefer, turkey and so on and so forth, whichever that suits you, you use it for this very recipe. And then we'll have fresh tomatoes, and have scotch bonnets. If you notice, I've got like 4, so if you like one, depend on your taste. I like my food hot, so I'm going to be using 4 scotch bonnets today. And you notice I've got 2 varieties of tin tomato here, so I'm going to be using the smaller one, which is the puree tomato today. So I'm not going to be using that because I'm using the fresh tomato, and just 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon of that puree tomato in this dish I'm cooking this evening. Well, I've got my all-purpose seasoner, I've got the salt, and that's my vegetable oil. So right now I'm gonna go on ahead and prep all the ingredients, and then we'll get cooking. First, I'm going to start with the meat. I'm going to put the goat meat and then put some onions and spice it up, and I'll come back to you. Now I've got my meat, the goat meat washed, and then now it's in the pan. I'm just going to cover it without putting any salt at the moment. I'm just going to leave it to steam for like 10, maybe 5 minutes. Once it starts steaming, then I'll come back to the video. I'll just go on ahead and cover it. If you notice, there's no onions, there's no salt, there's no nothing, there's no water even. So the goat meat is going to bring out its own juice. So that's the juice we're going to use to cook. I'm not going to add water at this point. So yeah, so I'll go on and prepare other ingredients. Now I've prepped all the vegetable. If you notice, I cut it all in chunks. This is the outcome of the aubergine where you peel off the back. It comes out this way. It'll be kind of whitish in color. And then that's my onions. It's not finely chopped, I just chopped it roughly. And tomatoes are chopped in chunks. So that's my garlic, and 2 of the scotch bonnets that I'm going to be using to cook the meat now. So right now I'm just going to add the onions and the Maggi and the scotch bonnet to my goat meat that is cooking already. So let's check on the goat meat and see how we've gone. Well, if you notice, the goat meat has brought out its own juice now. I did not add any water. The broth you're looking at is from the goat meat. This is the goat meat broth. I did not add any water at all. So I'm gonna go on ahead. And add the Maggi cube. I'm gonna go on ahead and add the Maggi cube. So in goes the Maggi cube, and that's the garlic and the scotch bonnet in the dish, in the beef. Sorry, not beef, in the goat meat. So, and then now the onions. So after adding it, I'm just gonna give it a bit of a stir. So I'm using the African wooden spoon today, so give it a stir. So at this point I'm going to add a bit of salt, just to season the goat meat and give it a bit of flavor. So just a little bit of salt, like with it. Okay, and then give it another stir. So like I said earlier, you can use this to eat yam, rice, potatoes, boiled plantain, whatever. Is so lovely, can't believe it. So let me carry on preparing the other ingredients. So the goat meat have been cooking on a high heat for like you know, after I've put the garlic, scotch bonnet, pepper and the onions, it's been cooking for like 6 minutes. So I'm just gonna have a look. Oh yeah, that's nice. So now I'm gonna go on ahead and add my aubergine. So in goes the aubergine, elephant plant if you like. Some people call it elephant plant, some people call it garden egg. So give it a bit of a stir. If you noticed, at this point I've not added any oil, so I'm just going to put oil to, you know, cleanse the food. It's not really I'm going to pour oil in it or fry it. I'm not frying anything, if you noticed. So I'll give it a stir, and then in goes my tomato. So, and if you noticed again, I didn't put any water in this dish. All the juice we're going to be using is coming out of the vegetables and the goat meat. Okay, so giving it a stir, give it a good stir. Okay, yeah, so we'll leave it to cook for like another 8 to 7 minutes. Then the aubergine will simmer, and then it looks a bit of full now, but when it's all well cooked and simmered, it will shrink right down. So let's wait for it to cook for another. Now I'm gonna be checking on my sauce. Oh, it's bubbling nicely. Right, if you noticed, I told you I like chili, but my husband don't really like chili, so I'm just gonna throw this one in whole, so it will not be very overwhelming for him. Then I can smash it in my own portion if I like. So what I've just added now is the all-purpose seasoner, the one I showed you earlier. Yeah, so I'm just gonna give it a bit of a stir. You notice it's still bringing out more juice. So now I'm still gonna cover it and give it a bit of time to simmer down more. Okay, so we'll give it another 5 to 6 minutes. We'll come back to it. Okay. It's been another 6 minutes. So I'm just gonna have a look at how our cooking is doing. Alright, if you notice there's more juice in it, so I didn't put any juice, so the water is coming out from the aubergine and the tomato and the goat meat. So now I'm gonna go on ahead and add that my tomato puree. So I'm just gonna add, this is 1 spoon, and I'm gonna add another one. That makes it 2 spoons. 2 tablespoons of the tomato puree, just to give it a bit of color. Okay, so I'm just gonna stir it in for that color to come out. Oh, look at that color. See, it's actually a healthy way to get your 5 a day, you know. So children love this dish, trust me. If you do it right, the way I'm doing it step by step, you're gonna be cooking it every day, trust me. This is yummy. So at this point, I'm gonna taste it to see if there's salt in it, and then give it time to simmer down and reduce the water a bit. That's lovely, wonderful, and it smells, the aroma is divine. So now I've just mixed in the tomato puree. It's a little bit still soured, so while we leave it to cook down, the sourness of the puree will, you know, go off as well. So I'm just gonna cover it now. and leave it for another maybe 5 to 4 minutes. Then I will put just little vegetable oil. Like I said before, you can use avocado oil, you can use olive oil, you can use coconut oil, any oil of your choice, but it's not supposed to be oily. Just 1 tablespoon is enough oil, or half a tablespoon, whatever. So let's give it time to cook. Okay, let's check our food and see how it's doing. Wow, you see the tomato puree gave it a wonderful taste, color of that sauce. Look, you know, it's looking like tomato stew actually. But then the tomato puree, if you don't like tomato puree, you can actually skip it. If you want it whitish as it was before I put the puree, it tastes great. So right now I'm just going to use my eyes to measure the oil that is going in, just a drop. See, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil have just gone in. So I'm just going to give it a good stir. So like I said, you can use this to eat rice, boiled plantain, yam, couscous if you like couscous, name it. You can use it to eat literally everything. Some people use it to eat even quicker oat fufu. Right, there's another recipe coming up, is how to, you know, make a oatmeal like fufu or regular fufu, but that will be in another video. Okay, so this is our stew, and it's cooking, and it's looking beautiful. So I'm just going to leave it for another 2 minutes to reduce the water. So once the water is gone down a bit, and that's our aubergine sauce ready then. So we'll give it 2 more minutes to cook, and I'll come back. Now I'm gonna check on the sauce. It's been 5 minutes now, and if you noticed, the juice is actually coming down now. It's down already, and this is perfect. So at this point, I'm just gonna reduce the heat. Reduce the heat to 1, and here we go. Our aubergine sauce is ready. So if you notice, I'm gonna be eating this with rice. I don't eat normal rice, I eat the brown rice. So here is the rice cooking for my husband, and there you go. This is your aubergine sauce, healthy option. So give me thumbs up if you like this recipe, and like and share the video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel, and drop any comments, and if there's anything you don't know how to fix, you can just drop a comment, and then we'll put that in our agenda, and that will be the next project. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye. Enjoy this dish.